Welcome back, everyone. This is part 3 of the King's Castle. King James along with Blair Chopin. And I'll tell you something, folks. Tonight is the night we've been waiting for a very long time. Because, what night is it, Blair?
It is football night.
No. It's football night in America.
You corporate whore. But let's do it. Let's talk about it.
Because tonight, on NBC, the Panthers, our team from North Carolina, the Panthers will take on the Denver Broncos in a rematch of Super Bowl 50. Now, I gotta say, this has the makings of a very interesting game because, for one thing, Peyton Manning is now gone.
Thank goodness.
But I think what makes this even more interesting is that Cam Newton has really matured as a player over the course of the past few years. And I don't know about you, Blair, but to me, a lot of my sources are telling me that this is going to be a battle of the quarterbacks. What's your opinion?
Well, if it's a battle of the quarterbacks, I think Carolina's in very good hands.
Well,
I think this is a game that Denver's got a quarterback here in Trevor Siemian. Hasn't thrown an NFL pass. Carolina has the number 1 offense returning, the league MVP in Cam Newton, and they're probably adding on a potential Pro Bowl receiver. So I think what Denver's going to try to do is they're going to try to follow their formula that worked in the Super Bowl. They're going to try to use their defense to put pressure on Cam Newton. They're going to try to run the ball a lot, and they're going to try to limit Carolina's possessions. But I do think Carolina has had, what do we have, 6 or 7 months to think about what happened in February? 7 months.
yeah.
So, I mean, they're
7 months if you add in the days. It's been like 7 months and a day since Super Bowl 50.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to pretend that game didn't happen, but the big disadvantage the Panthers had in that game was they couldn't block Von Miller in their pass rush.
Well,
They've had 7 months to scheme for that. So, I mean, I think that's going to make a huge difference. I think Trevor Seaman, whatever you want to call him, I don't know if he's ready for a defense like Carolina Panthers on the stage like Thursday night.
Well, you say Trevor Siemian is inexperienced.
That's true.
Because he's never thrown an NFL pass. But he played in college, didn't he? He has a college background?
He played in college, but I mean he wasn't well known in college. This guy's a 7th round pick.
Who did he play for?
Maybe Oklahoma. I'm not sure if he started even.
The Sooners?
Yeah, whatever that was, but I think that's where he played. I mean,
it's the drum riff from the Oklahoma fight song.
Trevor Siemian.
Well, anyway.
Sorry, I couldn't.
I don't mean to sound biased because that's usually not my opinion.
You are always biased.
Excuse me, that's usually not my intention. But I gotta say, tonight, Denver, we're coming for revenge.
I agree with you.
Because you embarrassed us in Super Bowl 50. Now you're gonna get yours.
Up yours, Denver. Also, the thing about Denver is they might have been. Oh, he went to Northwestern
University.
The Wildcats. The thing about Denver that people need to understand is that they were very lucky last year. Like, they were a 9-win. Their win expectation, which is a statistic based on the way teams play, their point margins and everything. They were expected to be a 9-win team. They won 11 or 12 games. The Patriots played terrible against them in the playoffs. I mean, I think the Panthers were a much better team than them, and they laid a stinker. Like, I just don't think, they're that great of a team. Now, the Panthers could very well lose this game. It's on the road. It's in a hostile environment.
Right.
They're playing a good defense. Like, things could happen. But I do like the Panthers in this game. I do.
If last season was any indication, I think we've got a good shot. But anything can happen in the NFL.
The National Football League.
But we'll see. Meanwhile, Blair, I think it's time for us to choose our college games for the week.
Yeah, definitely. Now, this is we had a lot of good games last week in college football. This week is kind of an off week as far as the quality of games, but we'll try to find some good ones for the folks. The first one that I find really interesting is Virginia Tech and Tennessee. Now, one of the reasons this one is interesting is because they're playing at Bristol Motor Speedway. So it's going to
where's that, in North Carolina?
That's in Tennessee, but it's going to hold 120,000 people because they're playing
Wow.
at the Speedway.
How could they put a football field in the middle of the Speedway?
I think they're remaking the Speedway into a football field.
Wow.
So it's going to be very interesting. And I personally like Tennessee in that game. I think Tennessee played awful last week against App State.
I'm usually not one to say this, but I'm going to steal a line from him. Not so fast, Blair.
Tennessee played...
I'm going Virginia Tech.
Yeah, but Tennessee played very badly last week against App State. They've heard all week about how badly they've played. And they're still very talented. And they're playing in Bristol. They're going to be excited for the game. I like Tennessee.
Well, again, not so fast. Virginia Tech.
All right, we'll see. And we've got South Carolina, who won last week over Vanderbilt. They are going to Mississippi State.
Just because I cannot stand the Shamecocks, I'm going with Mississippi State.
Yeah, this is an interesting game because I'm not sure either of these teams are good. Mississippi State had a really bad loss last week, and South Carolina has been rumored to be absolutely awful the entire season. But I will go with Mississippi State at home because I think they have the advantage at home. Let's see. Arkansas is going to number 15 TCU.
I'm gonna go Arkansas.
It's interesting. I don't know which way to go. I think they're about even talent-wise, but the game is at TCU. I don't know.
Well, my logic is that sometimes the visiting teams have a way of embarrassing a team on their own home turf.
Right, that is true. But yeah, I'll go with Arkansas too. I think it'd be a nice chance to get a big win for them. Oh, a big local game here. Local flavor. We've got NC State going to ECU.
See, this is interesting because I find it interesting that they're gonna place two North Carolina teams against each other so early in the season, but just because, and I have nothing against either team, just so you know, but just because I know a fair amount of people who actually went to ECU, I'm going ECU.
It's a tough game. I'll go with ECU too, since they're at home. Final game, a 3:30 kickoff, one close to my heart. My Kentucky Wildcats, who blew a 35-10 lead last week and lost to Southern Miss, they're going to the Swamp to play the Florida Gators.
Well, Blair, you want my honest opinion?
I want it. Give it to me. Give it to me straight.
Well, you said they blew a 35-10 lead.
It wasn't good.
Well, if they did that in week one, that's probably an indication that they're a young team and they got a lot to work on.
I agree.
So, no pun intended, but I think they're going to get snapped in half by the Florida Gators.
See, I'm not really sold on Florida. I don't think they have a very good offense. And I think Kentucky does have a very good offense. But with that being said, there's like certain things about teams that just don't know how to win those kind of games on the road in a hostile environment.
Right.
So I've got Florida, and Kentucky's probably going to lose in the most heartbreaking way. But close game, Florida wins.
Really?
You want to go to the NFL?
Yeah, we can make some picks for the NFL. What the heck?
Tonight's game, I think we're both on the same side, right? We both got the
Panthers.
Hold on, the schedule's kind of coming up. But yeah, Panthers tonight. I'm not sure how close it's going to be. Then we got some good games Sunday. Cincinnati, who made the playoffs last season, is going to New York to play the Jets, who also won 10 games last year.
Well, you know what? Cincinnati are the Bengals, right?
Yes.
This is going to surprise a lot of people. But I've got to give the edge to the Bengals. Just because I think as far as New York is concerned, the Giants are a stronger team.
I'll probably agree with you here. I'm not sure the Giants are stronger than the Jets, but I like Cincinnati too. I think they have a very good team, and a lot of people I think are kind of down on them for really no reason. So another 1:00 game on Sunday is Green Bay is traveling to Jacksonville, who a lot of people have a lot of buzz about.
Oh, God. I've got to give the edge to Green Bay in this one.
But you're the one who asked about the Jaguars. You love the Jaguars.
Well, wait a minute. It's true that I asked about them during our NFL draft show back in April, but that doesn't mean I picked them as strong favorites. Because let's face it, 2 years ago, they only won like maybe 3 games out of the entire season.
They're bad. They're a bad team.
So they don't really have good odds, in my opinion.
They're improving. I think they have a chance to, compete in their division because it's awful. But I like Green Bay in this game. I don't think Jacksonville is ready for that kind of game. And then a 4:30-ish game here. We got the Giants and the Cowboys in Dallas.
Good God. Jerry Jones, please forgive me. I got to say Giants.
I'm going to pick the Giants too. It's the first start for Dak Prescott. And then Sunday night, we'll go do the Sunday night and Monday night games. We got New England traveling to Arizona. Remember, Tom Brady is suspended.
Yeah. But if you ask me, that doesn't make a difference. New England.
Now, a lot of people are picking Arizona to go to the Super Bowl. It's a very good Arizona team.
Really?
So, at home, I think New England keeps it closer than expected, but I'll pick Arizona.
Okay.
And then Monday night, in our nation's capital, we've got the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to play the Washington Redskins.
Well, just because my boss is from there, or his family's from there, and I'll probably get in a lot of trouble if I don't pick them, I'm going for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, me too. I like Pittsburgh in that game. I think Washington's going to regress a little bit this year. In the opening game for this team, the Los Angeles Rams are traveling to San Francisco to play the 49ers. Kind of a toilet bowl game. Neither of these teams are very good.
Well, and this is interesting because if you think about it now, this is a battle of two locals because
Right.
Los Angeles, the Rams came from St. Louis.
Right. Yes, that's true. But they came from Los Angeles before that.
So therefore, I have to give them the edge. They started in LA, now they're back on home turf.
Yeah, but the game's being played in San Francisco. So it's on San Francisco.
But they're in California.
Yeah, but it's still a road game.
Well, like I said, the away team usually has a better chance of embarrassing the home side, so...
That's not true either, but okay.
LA.
I don't know. I don't know on this one. Both these teams suck. I'll go with San Francisco since they're at home.
Well...
We shouldn't even pick that game. But the big storyline is going to be if Colin Kaepernick continues his protest.
Well,
that's going to be the big story.
Indeed.
That one. But yeah, that's our football picks for this week.
And I'll tell you something, folks. If you agree or disagree with any picks we make, or you want to make some of your own, let us know in the comments. Because we'd love to hear from you. But when we come back, it'll be time for me and Blair to tell you what's hot for the week. So stay right there.
Good segment, brother.